We know we're having some AC troubles with this one, but it is still cooling. Well, we are mowing, but we ain't cooling. Well, good morning, Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. Got a beautiful sunrise coming up over there. Chicken cows here first thing. Gonna kind of get the day rolling. Let's show off these baby calves. There's the newest one, born, I don't know, less than a week ago. Then the next newest one, there's several over there. She's the smallest one. But anyway, checking on everything out here. Of course, if y'all been watching, you know our bull troubles have been well documented. There's one of the bulls for this pasture. You can see he's still just a little lame on that foot. Our F1 bull is supposed to be out here. He's been the most solid of all our bulls. I guess it is still spring. A lot of people think June means summer. Not quite yet. We need to find him, right around and check on the rest of these animals. Well, there he is. A 101 there. Maybe in heat if I was a betting man. But yeah, he was just popped up over the ridge from them. A good deal. Yeah, again, with the track record we've had with bulls this last, well, barely month, really, not even a month here at home. Yeah, I kind of hold my breath until I lay my eyes on the bulls every day. But things look good here, and it's a really nice morning. I don't know what the temperature is. I'd say probably low to mid 60s. It is just fantastic out here. Beautiful day, beautiful view back here. I love this part of the farm. See the house, a couple of ridges over, looking out over the creek bottoms. Just really nice view. But anyway, we got a lot of other stuff to do. We'd like to just sit here and sip coffee and enjoy the views, which we take time to do that for a few minutes every day. Probably my favorite time of day, which as I'm talking, let me grab my coffee. Just listening to the cows bite off that grass and just peacefully graze. Just sip on a little coffee before the day, you know, really gets crazy and hectic. Peaceful. This grass is a little short in this pasture. They wanted in here so bad though yesterday. The creek bottoms where we got the fescue and clover, you know, primarily fescue though, it's gotten a little mature. Need to get it clipped. Something definitely on the to-do list. Don't think that's something we'll get to today though. Well, looks like somebody forgot to shut the stall doors. Me. Now I got horses. See if they'll cooperate and go back in the barn. Molly maybe is going to. Let's see if Jenny will. There we go. Okay, so our first wild animal's on the loose. Looks like it's going to be resolved without much issue. You know, we've been getting pretty dry. I'm not going to say we're not still pretty dry, but we did catch a rain on Friday. You maybe can appreciate there in the dust, but didn't get a lot. I really don't know here at home, so I still haven't replaced my gauge that got broken off the fence during our storms. But of course, there was like, I don't know what the chance was on Friday, but it was very, very low. But just caught one of those pop-up showers. Had the minerals still sitting out, and those are in paper bags. So we're gonna grab a bag, put out a couple bags yesterday, put out a couple more just before those bags bust open. There's only like, I think, 2 layers, so 10 bags, and the ones underneath are probably still pretty dry. Cause it rained a 10th up the road at the Giltedge farm. We might have got a little more than that here. It wasn't much, but enough to get those bags damp. But yeah, I'd moved it out of the way on Wednesday because we were stacking all the hay in here. And the hydraulic issue on the tractor, couldn't use the loader anymore. Used it right up to the moment that I couldn't. So I still got just 2 more rolls that we didn't get moved. So I couldn't pick it up with the tractor anyway. So I guess I'm rambling about that. I'm gonna throw a bag on the truck and go up there to check those other calves. They shouldn't be out of mineral, but yeah, just trying to go ahead and get it out of those bags before it, mineral won't ruin, but the bags could start to fall apart and waste it. 20, 2, looky there. There's a a sight for sore eyes. The bull coming up right here with these ladies. With all the trouble we've had, that is nice to see. So again, yes, oh, look at him. That is even better to see. Putting in some work. I don't know if he actually got her bred right then and there, but he's doing his job. Yes, so we brought him down here pretty much exactly 48 hours ago. Put him back with them. That was Friday. We came back down here yesterday morning. He was right with them. Then here again today. So he's got to keep doing it again for another month or so. And he definitely has to do it now because we don't have anybody else, you know, running backup for him or vice versa. But yeah, just thankful to have one bull we feel like is in good shape now. So, but anyway, things look to be pretty good shape here. Put out a bag of the mineral and then head on up the road. So to set the table a little bit for the rest of the day, we got one farm left to cut hay on, and we'll have been over all the hay ground for the first time this year. And but we've been having a little bit of a hydraulic issue, or it just started on the Kubota. We were baling hay the other day right before we went to it, so we thought, well, we'll put the mower on the 40-30. Never had the mower on there, no reason it shouldn't work. But before we did that, well, one, I just had to move a couple of rolls of hay that were blocking the mower. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna look at this a little closer and just see if, because we got a technician coming out this next week, so we're also having an air conditioner issue. Again, also we think should be relatively minor, but that's certainly something outside of my area of expertise. Just looking here, I don't know how much you'll be able to appreciate it, but it looks like this right here just backed out of there. You know, it should look like this one here. Instead, it's like that. It's so not doing the touchdown dance yet, but if it's really that straightforward and that simple, this may be just a quick fix and we're rolling again. Again, not celebrating yet, but I'm optimistic that we may be good to go with this tractor here in a few minutes. We'll see. Well, as far as I can tell, it is back together. Now again, that's always dangerous for me to say when it comes to anything mechanical, but I think I've fixed something. We're gonna do this smart way. We're not gonna put the shield back on there just yet till we check and see. And but we're gonna do that. We're gonna crank it up and see if all is good. We should know right away because we couldn't lift up the loader at all. You know, as of just a few minutes ago. Let's see if that's corrected. Yahtzee. I still feel like I shouldn't do the touchdown dance just yet. I'm nervous anytime I'm working on something like this. That I'm like, yeah, I kind of halfway know what I'm doing. Maybe even just like 40%. But yeah, as you can see there's a lot of oil on here that had leaked. She's currently not leaking. I'm gonna put the shield on there and hook the mower up. Okay, we're all hooked up and folded up. A little drip there, but I believe that's just where, of course, we got a bunch that is pulled up. I think we're in really good shape. Can't tell you how much that makes my day. No, there was no reason to be afraid of putting it on the 40-30, but there's also no reason to put it on a tractor that I've never had it on. And that tractor's 50 years old. This year, that tractor's a 14, so I guess it's 9 years old. I mean, it's just the list of possible things that could break, even minor things on that one. I guess you would just say reliability is the easy way of saying it. A lot higher than on this one, at least in my mind. Now, as I sit here saying all this, I can already see it. We're gonna have a breakdown with that tractor today. That's just the way it goes, but just tickles me. Air conditioner's been working on the 40-30 last time we used it, but, and here I say that too, we know we're having some AC troubles with this one, but it is still cooling. Just feel a little more confident in that. But looks like wife and kids are getting ready to go do some riding. Put the radio off for a second. Oh man, Cal Boyd up. You got your Nashville Stampede, the Nashville PBR team bandana on, the cowboy hat on. You got the lasso ready. Kimber's even got the cowboy hat on, which that does my heart good. Kimber does a lot of English riding, and that's fine. But I always say, you know, George Washington didn't cross the Delaware on Christmas Day, you know, 250 years ago, so that we would still ride in an English saddle. But anyway, it makes her happy she can do it. But yeah, so y'all going for a ride? Yeah. Where's Mom? Where's Mom? Y'all going for a ride?
I believe so.
Mom's afraid to look at the camera because she doesn't have makeup on.
I did not. You're being silly.
Smokey, we'll give you an update on her. We're about to have to make an adjustment to Smokey's lifestyle. She has enjoyed a life of basically being a free-range bottle calf. In many ways, as far as her personality, more dog.
She follows us everywhere.
Right, she follows us. We jump on the Pioneer to go check the other cows in the pasture. She follows right along just like Sadie does and follows us right back up here. She's been wanting to hang out more at the house lately, which is fine, other than she does, you know, leave manure in the garage. That got me in trouble.
She also poops in the garage.
Well, that's what I was saying. Then yesterday, as we're leaving to go to the softball tournament, you know, early yesterday morning we're leaving, she's following us out the driveway. And I'm like, she'll stop. You know, I just punched it so we got out of sight real quickly. 15 minutes later, we get a message from the neighbor that there's a calf in our backyard, which, for context, our neighbor is nearly a half mile up the road. I mean, we're, you know, it wasn't like, you know, we live right next to people where we're letting our calf roam in our yard, but she followed us a long ways. So felt bad for that. Thankfully, my dad came down here and got her back in because we were already way up the road. But anyway, enough of that. I think I'm gonna grab me a water thermos, head to the field and cut some hay. Well, we are mowing. We are thankful for that, but we ain't cooling. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little toasty in here. It's not even 11 a.m. I think we're only going to cut one side of this property. That over there they had sprayed. It's just not quite, there's just not going to be much to it. We'll probably cut that and get a second cutting off of it. A lot of veg in here. And sort of clump up on us. There's some kind of clover that is really big. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, just having to crack the door every now and then. This tractor doesn't have any windows really that you can open. The back window is just too big, and I'm afraid it's going to rattle it out. One thing I did like about the old 9960 that my brother has is it has the two corner windows that you can crack open the vent, get a little airflow on days where you either don't need some air conditioning, or if you're in a situation like us where the air conditioner goes kaput on you. But we're going to tough it out. You know, people pay money to put saunas in their houses and whatnot, or go to the gym and sit in the sauna, so we're getting one, just a little bonus action today. As always, at the risk of jinxing ourselves, I'm gonna say things are moving along pretty smoothly. This farm, we did not cut this farm for a quote-unquote first cutting last year. They weren't baling it, they being the landowner. He was just basically bush hogging it. And when we got real dry last summer, kind of in June and July, you know, being a friend of ours, I asked him, and he said, yeah, by all means, feel free to cut it. So we cut it. It was like end of July was the first time we had cut it. Essentially came in with what, you know, in a normal circumstance would have been a second cutting. Was better quality and quantity of hay than we kind of anticipated. Kind of the same today. It's highly variable. It's really good and thick, really good quality in some places. You know, and others it is more, you know, just weeds. They're gonna make good cow hay though. Like a lot of people say, be better than snowballs come this winter. But yeah, get over in the more of the flatter bottom ground. It's just better dirt, I'm sure, and it's good quality. The hills, it gets a little drier, a little rougher. But rolling along, probably got another hour and a half or so, and see if we can get this done before we melt in this cab. So got her mowed. Yeah, I don't know what kind of clover this is, but my goodness, it was massive. Over mature, no doubt. There's some leaf on it there. It had already started to go brown, but I'm kind of a forage nerd, and I wasn't even sure. It was so big, and like those huge balloons. First I was like, is that some kind of thistle? No, it's clover. So I think it's gonna make a fair amount of hay. We'll find out here in a day or two. Got that little chance of rain tomorrow to avoid, and I think single digits the rest of the days. Yeah, no AC, which I rode a bunch just with the door kicked open. Now going down the road, I can't really safely do that, so it's probably gonna be a warm ride home. Got home, got the mower off. Now I'm gonna, these two rolls that I couldn't really stack the other day because the front end loader issues, go ahead and see if we can get them stacked up like we want. And yeah, we made it all the way to 3 rolls left the other day. These 2 and then one there, that, which they call it a little rain, but say it was like maybe a little over 1/10 of an inch, nothing to hurt them. My Lord, I'm hot. Just a few minutes of putting those 3 bales up there with the door shut. Woo! My brother, I was just on the phone with him. He's like, man, it is hot. He was talking about just hot outside. Like, buddy, it feels great standing right here in the sun right now. There's a very light breeze. I don't know what the temperature is, but it is pleasant compared to being inside that cab with no air, which while I was running, especially on the flat ground, I keep the door open now. When I get on the hillside, you know, up that way, the door would want to shut. And we'd be coming up the other way on the pass, we'd open it back up. But yeah, we survived. They said they'd be out early this next week. I hope that means Monday or Tuesday, because come Wednesday, we're gonna be baling. And hey, we could probably survive again. But boy, it'd be nice if we had air conditioning in there. Need to also slap those new rake wheels, replacement wheels we got from Agzaga, and some new teeth on the rake. My plan is Wednesday morning, shouldn't have anything to do early before the dew dries off, work on that. You know, get the baler hooked up and greased before we can head to the field about 10:30 or 11 or so. And again, knock on wood, barring any breakdowns, there's some wood. Knock on wood, we'll be done with the first cutting of hay. So pretty nice. That'll be, today's June the 4th. That'll put us that'll be June the 8th. We will have gotten completely over our first cutting. You know, really pretty good, pretty well ahead of schedule even. Certainly for around this part of the country, which a lot of what we cut, you know, is just mixed grass hay. Some people would say weeds. A lot of fescue. A lot of folks that are really growing hay, especially horse quality stuff around here, is Bermuda grass. So of course it's not even gonna be ready for probably another couple of weeks at least on its first cutting. But anyway, I'm rambling on. I think I'm gonna go put on some short breeches. Probably will put the cowboy hat on to keep the sun off my ears and hop on the lawnmower. I just can't get enough cutting grass. So get off one mower, get on the other one. It's Sunday. Do a little family time. We had family day all day yesterday at the softball field, but a little just relaxing family time, and get ready to start another week tomorrow. I guess the official work week. But Appreciate y'all watching. Channel's grown a bunch. You know, I'm gonna tell you other things to check out. Check out hurricanecreek.farm. Get you a hat. These and the camo styles on there still. Check out Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Links to all this are in the description to this video if you ever click and read through that. Yeah, go to agzaga.com, use that discount code HCF10, get you some replacement rake wheels, get you some net wrap, get you any one of 1,000 other things they sell on there. But anyway, rambled on, plenty. Y'all eat beef and God bless.